Darling in the Franxx, Episode 17, Eden. Oh my god, this episode. What in the world is going on? This is just insane. How is it going, everybody? Fumincho here, back at it once again with another Darling in the Franxx review. Today we're talking about Episode 17, Eden. This episode is so dense. There's so much happening here. There's so many plot points that are being developed. It is just out of control, and it's really, really well done. It is well done to the point where I don't even know where to begin. I really don't. Before I begin though, I'm sick. My throat is destroyed. I'm so congested. There's so much pressure. I just want to apologize for that right off the bat in advance. But yeah, we need to talk about this. I don't know where to begin. So apparently Hiro has horns. It's like under his hair. We suspected this. We kind of talked about this before. I know Salazar, Max Salazar, Mr. Crazy Theory himself, he was saying that there was going to be, he was going to transform into a Klaxosaur basically. But it's been happening subtly, I'm guessing, throughout the course of the entire series, I guess, or maybe even since he first got in the Franxx with 02. So that's really interesting. I gotta be honest, I didn't see it coming. It made sense at first, but then they started going in a different direction, and it made me not really believe in that theory too much. But sure enough, here we are. He has horns. He is turning into a Klaxosaur. Or at least some kind of form of it. Maybe like a 02 kind of half human, half Klaxosaur thing. I don't really know. They don't really talk about it too much on this episode. We just see the horns. They mention that they're growing in. They are growing, so this is a continuous thing that's been happening. That is really interesting. Again, they kind of brush this aside because that is not the focus of this episode. Kokoro's got baby fever, and again, this entire series is going in a direction I would have never have guessed. This is crazy. This is some really deep, just emotional stuff here. The conversation that she put baby fever. I'm sorry. The conversation that she was having with Mitsuru, she wants to reproduce, and things are obviously going to be awkward on the path to doing so, and just that kind of that moment that they had in the greenhouse or whatever, that was really well done. Mitsuru, he's scared and he's worried. And then, after that, he has this conversation with Hiro where Hiro's like, that's kind of what love is, or at least to his knowledge, that's all he knows. And then he kind of comes to terms with that while they're soaking it up in the water or whatever. And then the Nines come, and these guys, I really don't like them. They are really, really mean, especially, I'm sorry I can't remember his name or his code, but the white-haired dude. This guy is an absolute jerk. Like, he is a terrible human being. Is he even a human? But I love it. I really do. I love this confrontation right away. I mean, first, everything's cool. Everything's like, oh, you know what? Everything's great. Papa still remembers us. We're still a part of something here. Yeah, but then stuff just starts getting a little evil. Stuff starts getting a little twisted, and I like that. I love the conversations that we kind of go back to with 02 and Hiro talking in their room or whatever, them drawing these pictures and everything, the candle lit and everything. It's beautiful. It's really well done. Some really touching stuff, and it's so crazy where the series has gone. It's so crazy that was the original focus of this entire show, but now we are dealing with something completely different here. But anyway, I guess, yeah, the Nines, they find the baby book. They realize that Kokoro wants this. Zorome decided to blab it to everybody because Zorome caught them in the act, basically, which was pretty funny. But he blabs it to everyone, and the Nines eventually find out, and there's this immediate, just intense confrontation. Ikuno comes in and slaps him in the face. I loved that so much. It surprised me at first, but then it just settled in, and I realized that these are not good people. These are the bad guys of this story, I'm guessing. And I think that we are, just judging from this episode, I think we are going to have a Squad 13 versus Nines in this series. I think that is going to happen, in their Franxx, just going at it. And anyway, that confrontation was insane. Hana in this episode, like, Hana and the other guy, I can't remember his name, Those characters have been like very monotone kind of nobodies, but in this episode you see that Hana was a part of a squad. Like Hana did have, you know, human tendencies, and she's kind of reverting back to her puberty. She's reverting back to her human self. And the 9 dude, he catches wind of this, and he immediately tells Papa. So I don't know what's gonna happen with Nana. I don't know if she's just done. Are they gonna kill her? I really hope not, because I like her a lot. She's been kind of like the glue that keeps everybody together in a way. Maybe that's kind of an overstatement, but she's been I don't know, I never really had anything against those 2 characters. I've always kind of liked them, so it's sad to see that kind of disrupted as well. Just the whole baby thing, and I'm guessing Mitsuru and Kokoro, like, you know, they suggest that, yeah, they did that in the end of the episode, which was beautifully done, just setting that up and everything. Just that scene where Mitsuru, he's just sitting in that greenhouse, and then he finally comes to terms with it. Yes, I love her. I need to just get out of my head and just go see her right now. And he does, and she's crying. Things are really emotional. It was a beautiful scene. It really, really was. I love that so much. Like, I did not think that I was going to be feeling these kinds of emotions watching this series. I really didn't. I was not expecting that kind of stuff. And here we are. Like, these are real human emotions here being put on display and being very well executed. The pacing in this episode is just incredible. Everything that's happening, I love how they go back to 02 and Hiro in that room, as I mentioned. I love how there's, like, every character kind of has a little moment. That subtle development of Ikunu in the background of this episode is just fantastic. I love that stuff. We see in the ED, we know that she has these kind of feelings towards Ichigo, and I wasn't really, you know, I wasn't sure if we were going to get an episode that tackled that, like, you know, a full force, but I like what they've been doing in terms of subtlety here. I like that they've kind of slowly introduced this idea, and I don't know if they're going to do anything about it. I really don't. It wouldn't surprise me if they did. It really wouldn't. This show could go in any direction at this point still. Like, we're still at this point where I don't know what's going on. Something else that happens in this episode as well, the Klaxosaur Princess. What the hell is going on with her? Who is she? You see how powerful she is. This girl is a force to be reckoned with. You do not get around her at all. She just tears these adults down. I didn't realize that, like, the adults actually fought. Like, they actually have these weird weapons and stuff. That was kind of cool. But he's killed immediately. She kills the other guy pretty much immediately. She can, like, speak, I guess, like, telekinesis kind of, like, through their minds and stuff. That's really interesting. She is scary, though. She is absolutely terrifying. I don't know what's going on with her in relation to Papa and the other adults and Dr. Franxx. There's just so many different variables happening here. There's so many different plot points, as I mentioned in the beginning of this review, that I don't know. Like, I really don't know what direction we're going in. This is, again, a very dense episode, and it's kind of hard to even talk about it. I'm not even gonna lie. I might have to make like 2 reviews. This is crazy. Because I feel like I need to watch this episode again. I feel like I need to kind of soak it all in and absorb this information, because, again, there's just so much here. But I don't know what is going to happen next. I don't know if I mean, the 9s, obviously they're going to tell Papa about everything that happened in the dorm, everything that happened between, you know, Squad 13 and what's going on there. They're not going to like that. They really aren't. But are they going to have time to deal with that when there's this looming threat of this princess? It's apparently inside of a volcano, which is really, really cool. Like, is that an immediate threat, or is that something that's slowly brewing in the background? Is that endgame? Like, I don't really know. Like, who is the bad guy here? Who do I root for? Like, Squad 13, I love those kids, but, like, I feel like there's just so much they don't know, and there's so much we don't know as an audience, and it's scary. It really is. It is scary. So yeah, things are definitely hitting the fan in Darling in the Franxx. There's so much to talk about here. I have to encourage you to comment down below and give me your thoughts on all this stuff. It's intense. It really is. Is Kokoro gonna be pregnant? Like, is that going to happen? Like, what? Like, that is just not a direction I expected the series to go. And 02 mentioned that, like, oh, I can't reproduce. That's a thing. And how adults, like, I guess adults are like Munich. Like, I didn't expect that either. I thought they just kind of they were brainwashed by Papa or whatever, and they were told not to do these things. But I think they literally cannot do those things. So that's interesting as well. And where is like Nana and the other dude? Where are they in this kind of development? Yeah, again, we need to talk about this. This is beefy. This is some beefy stuff here. There's just so many different little areas to explore in this episode and in this entire series. So again, I encourage you to do so down in the comments below. I love this episode. I didn't even really talk about like the quality of the episode, just everything in it. I loved this episode. There is so much here to love. Again, I mentioned the pacing, but the OST is fantastic. The way they set up that scene with the Klaxosaur princess, that was excellent. The animation is so good. When Ikuno went in to slap that dude in the face, beautiful motion there. The animation with the princess as well, which uses these weird kind of like spider leg things. That looked excellent. There's just everything. And when they switched to 16:9 in that scene too, so cool. So cool. Those black bars, I didn't really like them too much in the beginning, but they've been using them really sparingly, so like it pays off. Whenever they use it, it really pays off. So I love this episode. I love the show. Like this is so cool to me. So yeah, I think I'm pretty much done here. Again, there's so much more to talk about, but I feel like I might make another video about this, explaining some more things. But oh my gosh, again, talk about it in the comments. Just give me your thoughts, give me your predictions. What's going on? Salazar, I need your help here. I need you to kind of round this about. What's going on? What is happening to our squad mates? So yeah, again, comment below, hit the like button if you enjoyed anything that I had to talk about today. Subscribe if you want more Darling in the Franxx reviews / reaction kind of things. Haven't done a reaction in a little while, but I was recording a reaction to this episode, but it was rather slow. There was only one part that I actually like jumped up kind of about. Maybe I should have uploaded it. I don't know. But yeah, subscribe for that. My Hero Academia and E3 coverage as well. Thank you so very much for watching this video. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.